ഓം ബ്രഹ്മാനന്ദം പരമസുഖദം കേവലം ജ്ഞാനമൂർത്തിം ദ്വന്ദ്വാതീതം ഗഗനസദൃശം തത്വമസ്യാദിലക്ഷ്യം ഏകം നിത്യം വിമലമചലം സർവധി സാക്ഷിഭൂതം ഭാവാതീതം ത്രിഗുണരഹിതം സദ്ഗുരും തം നമാമി. Love and peace are both sides of the same coin. It is one. Love and peace are one. So if we are looking for a definition for the word love, we can define love in three ways, three paradigms. The simple definition for love is absence of self-judgment. Absence of self-judgment. If you can live your life without holding an opinion about yourself, that is love. If I can look at you without holding an opinion about myself, I am in love with you. So the first definition of love is absence of self-judgment. If you go one step further, love is inclusive awareness. Inclusive awareness leads to love. If I can live my life with inclusive awareness, I am in love with myself and I am in love with others. The third definition of love is sense of fullness. A person who can operate one's life from sense of fullness, that person has already fallen in love with oneself. That love is total. So the peace is also the same. It's no way different. Now when we talk about love, it is understood by many in a correlated fashion. Love means loving whom you love, what you love. It looks as though we have someone or something to be in love with. If there is no one to be in love with, no object or nothing to be in love with, no object to be in love with, object with which I can be in love with, what is the nature of love? Can love stand alone without an object or a person? So the word love, we need to redefine the word love. Now the first step of love is living without any self-judgment. How can I live without any self-judgment? There are 4 moves you can do in your awareness. The first move is from individuality to sense of beingness. Is the first level of awareness move where you can enjoy the source emotion called love. All emotions, all experiences are created by us. Every emotion is a created emotion, born of thought and thinking. But there is only one source emotion which is not the product of thought. That source emotion is called love. to access that source emotion, what cognitive exercise which should I do in the space of my awareness? Therefore, love is absence of self-judgment, which means I have to arrive at the sense of beingness. If you can operate your life with sense of beingness, you are in love. Which again means love is absence of self-resistance. Love is absence of self-resistance, and resistance happens when you start creating opinions about yourself. Now it is very simple. If I know the source from where I am creating these self-opinions, and keeping those opinions remain with that source, I have to first I have to locate the source from where I am creating opinions about myself, and keeping those opinions from that source, keeping that opinions to that source from where I am drawing it to fill up the meaning of my I sense. There are three ways you can do. The first way is the witness tool. Witness tool is a meditative tool. By using the tool called witnessing, you can arrive at sense of beingness, which amounts to love. By using an awareness tool, you can arrive at sense of beingness. What is that awareness tool? Analyzing what enters into your subject awareness, analyzing what enters into your object awareness, which we will be explaining. The third tool is an analytical tool, which is called Drik Drishya Viveka, seer scene analysis. These are the three tools by which you can relate with the world without any self-opinion. That means you can enjoy the sense of beingness. When you enjoy the sense of beingness, you don't create any resistance to the self. Now, let us employ the witness tool. Witness tool is used more or less in the seat of meditation. One of the tools which we can employ in the seat of meditation is witnessing. Is one of the tools which we use in the seat of meditation. When you employ this tool of witnessing, you are the witness. You are the witness. You are the conscious witness. Like the mobile, I am the witness of the mobile. As a conscious person, I witness this mobile. And the mobile becomes an object of my witness. What is my status? I am the witness. Mobile becomes an object of my witness. Which means the object of witness and the witness, there is distance. As a witness, I am the subject. And mobile, which is an object. So, there is distance between the subject witness and the object called mobile, which is witnessed by me. There is subject-object division. And between the subject and object, there is distance. Between the mobile and the witness of the mobile, there is distance. Now, the same principle you have to employ when you relate with your body. When you relate with your body, is your body an object of your witness or not? Like the mobile, which is an object of your witness, you are the witness, mobile is an object of your witness, there is distance between the witness and the object called mobile, which is witnessed by you. The same principle we have to employ when it comes to the body in which you live. You are the witness, body is witnessed by you. It's a tangible object where you can witness your body. You can see your body. You can perceive your body. You can know your body. So you are the witness, body is an object of witness. That means as a subject you enjoy the status of being a witness, and your body is enjoying the status of a witnessed object. A witnessed object, an object, is away from the subject. Now, in appreciation of this fact, when you say I am the witness right now. When you say I am, do you have any right to make your body as a source to define who am I? When you say I am, that is your subject awareness. The I am is something, the expression, the verbal expression of your existence when you relate with the world. When you say I am, you are saying I am. Everyone is saying I am. It is part of our self-awareness. Because our awareness is twofold. I am awareing the world, I am awareing the self. So when you are awareing the self, when you are saying I am, everyone invariably draws the body and the features of the body to define who am I. I am dragging the body to the place of my essence. So the features of the body, the limitations of the body, the features of the body, the properties of the body, now the properties of the body is going into the making of my essence. That means when you create a biodata, if you look at your biodata, what all the details you are including in your biodata? You will include your name. You include your date of birth. You include your gender. You include your skills, your profession, your education. You include your nationality. You include your religion. So all these details we include in our biodata means you are making your body as a source to define who you are. So what actually is eclipsed from your understanding? What is eclipsed from your understanding is you are using an object called body to define the subject who is the witness, forgetting the fact that body is witnessed by you. So how can you define yourself? By something which you are conscious of. You are the one who is conscious. Body is something which you are conscious of. Body is an object. How can you use an object called body which you have right now, in which you find yourself as a conscious being? How can you draw the features of the body to define who am I? So the confusion is clear. The confusion is between who am I and what I have. Body is something which I have, with which I have a unique relationship, special relationship. But I am now using the body which I have to define who am I. That's the reason why these conclusions which I create to define who am I is acting like resistant factors. Because what you are telling to yourself about yourself, if you make a statement which is not matching with your reality, immediately the existence would be sending you an SMS, making you restless. So what you are telling to yourself about yourself, what you are telling to yourself about yourself if it does not match with the reality of the self, those statements would be acting like resistant factors. That's why the name belongs to the body. Name doesn't belong to the conscious person. The birth of the body doesn't mean that the birth of the self, birth of the witness. So what belongs to whom we should know. So all my biodata, the identities, it's called identities, self-identities. These self-identities has nothing to do with the self. It has got everything to do with the non-self. The witness I and witnessed body, the witness I and the witnessed mind, the witness I and the witnessed emotions, thoughts, all of it. All these are witnessed by me. So that's why we have three bodies to relate to. Every day we are relating with three bodies. One is the physical body. In the scheme of my life, the place of my physical body, what is the place of my physical body in the scheme of my life? Body is the place where I find myself as a conscious person. So body is the place of my stay. That's my house, the place of my stay. But where am I? I am the witness. And where the witness is now confined as though in this body. Therefore, when I use witness tools, I have to use witness tools at 4 levels. First level, body. Second level, prana. Prana is witnessed by me. Third level, the mind. Fourth level, the I sense, which is the witness. This is a relative witness. There is an absolute witness we will be talking about. Now, the question is simple. When you say I am, you are the witness. Can you define you by your body? Can you draw any definition for yourself from your body? If you do, there will be resistance on the self. Then you cannot fall in love with yourself by saying something which is not mirroring your reality. So to fall in love with oneself, it's a figure of speech actually. You cannot fall in love with yourself anyway, because self is love. What we are trying to do is, you are breaking the self-identification and breaking the self free from all resistance in the form of superimpositions. That's actually what you are doing. You can't fall in love with the self, because self is love. And if you can free the self from all kinds of identifications, all kinds of superimpositions, then you enjoy the status of being in love. That's why love at the relative format is freedom from self-judgments, freedom from self-opinions, freedom from self-resistance. Now, that can be achieved by 3 tools at 3 levels. So when you employ the witness tool, what happens? You remain as a witness and body is away from you. Body is away from you. If you can live in this body with the sense of awareness from body, if you can live in this body with the sense of awareness, the sense of awareness where it is, in your understanding there is sense of awareness. In your understanding there is going to be sense of awareness. So if you can live in this body, keeping your body away from you, you are doing the right thing to yourself. That is an act of kindness. Because the body is an object. It has got a purpose to serve. That's a place where you find yourself as a conscious being. Now, if you include your body and to define the self, that is violence. That creates self-violence. Self-violence will keep you away from being in love. That's why the first act of kindness is living in a body, in a given body, but keeping the body away from yourself. Why? Because self and body, there is difference. There is difference between self and body. Because self is the witness, body is an object of witness. Is there any difference? It is very visible. Conspicuous. Self is you in the form of witness. Body is an object of witness. Then how can you define? When you define yourself, how can you include your body to define the self? How can you, when you are asked to talk about yourself, how can you talk about yourself wherein you talk about your body? If you say anything about your body, then you are talking about your body. You tell something about your body. You are free to tell anything about your body. You are free to think about your body. But do not confuse yourself by saying, by thinking about your body, by talking about the body, you are not talking about yourself. You are talking about the body. Talking about the self means, self is in the form of what? In the form of consciousness. Self means consciousness. And you are conscious. That consciousness is self-revealing and self-illumining. Why it is self-illumining? Because you are conscious of the world. World is being illumined by the self. Your body is being illumined by the self. Your breath is being illumined by the self. Your mind is being illumined by the self. Your thoughts are being illumined by the self. And everything is being illumined by the self. Therefore, that self is self-illumining. So, can you think about the self? To think, you are always thinking about something. Something means that which has got a form. You can only think about something which enjoys a form. You can think about your body because it enjoys a form. You can think about the world because world enjoys a form. You can think about the mind. It enjoys a form. But can you think about the self? Self is in the form of consciousness. Consciousness is free from all forms. Then do you need to think about self? You don't need to. Why? It is self-revealing and available to you right now. That's the reason why you are conscious right now. That consciousness is not created by a thought. Experiences are created by thoughts and thinking. But consciousness, because of which you are conscious of your thought, is not the product of a thought. That's the reason why the presence of a thought, what precedes? Consciousness precedes the presence of a thought. Because consciousness illumines the presence of a thought. When the thoughts go away, conscious, you continue to be conscious. So the presence of thoughts, the presence of emotions, the presence of thought, the presence of perceptions, and the absence of perceptions, absence of emotions, absence of thoughts, everything is illumined by consciousness. But when all experiences end, consciousness continues to be, you continue to be a conscious person. That consciousness, which illumines all forms, but in itself it is form free. That's why it can illumine all forms. That consciousness, because of which you are conscious of yourself, because of which you are conscious of others, because of which you are conscious of the world, that consciousness is Nirakaraha. Nirakara. It doesn't have any akara, doesn't have any form. And it is Swaprakash. Atmanaha Swaprakashatvam So Siddhatvam asti iti. It is self-existent, self-revealing, and it is self-evident. Self-evident means you don't need any means to appreciate the fact that you are conscious. That's the meaning of self-evidence. Now, when you say something about yourself, check. Go for a check, a cross-checking. What you are saying, what exactly the source from where you are drawing the opinions about yourself. Just go for a check. Your name, go for a check. From where it is being drawn? From the self or from the body? From the body. Your date of birth, it is the birth of your body, not birth of the self. So you are drawing your date of birth from body, name given related to body, your skills related to your intellect, information your intellect is holding. So whatever I say about myself, if I really look into it, into the meaning of who am I, who are you, if that question is asked, you are giving me an answer wherein you are explaining about what you have. You are not saying about who you are. You are always saying about what you have. I am an Indian. Indian means identity related with the place of my country. You say you are British or Britain. How you say British? It is related, identity related to your country. Italian related to your country. The identity you pick up related to your country. I am a Hindu related to the kind of God which I am related to. Or a Christian or any. You are related to the God presented by the scripture. So all my religious identity, my nationality, I am a man or I am a woman. That gender is related with the body. You are a simple conscious person. Conscious person doesn't have any gender. So the gender identity which I pick up when I relate with, the gender relates with the body, not relates with the conscious person. Conscious person doesn't have any gender. You are a simple conscious person. You can have a male body, you can have a female body, but related with your body, gender is related with your body, but you draw that gender and define who you are. So your gender awareness getting into the meaning of who am I. Actually, it is something what you have, gender related with the body. I am rich, I am poor, related with about your riches, your possessions. So anything, I'm educated, I'm a professor. It is related with your education. Your profession is, I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, I'm a tea maker, or coffee taster, whatever, physicist. All skills related with your intellect. That means it is very, very clear what I am telling to myself about myself has got nothing to do with who am I, it has got everything to do with what I have. Now, what is love? Stop telling anything to yourself. Stopping telling anything to yourself from a source which you have. Into the meaning of who am I, when what I have is made absent, that is called love. That means I am the witness, body is witnessed. So I cannot draw any meaning from my body to define who am I. And I cannot draw anything from my pranic body to define who am I. I cannot draw anything from my mind to define who am I. I cannot use my physical body, I cannot use my subtle body, I cannot use my causal body to draw conclusions to define who am I. Then who are you? You are simply conscious. Do you need to do anything to be conscious? Do you need to do anything to be conscious? Do you need to remember your name to be conscious? Do you need to remember your nationality to be conscious? Do you need to remember your gender to be conscious? What do you need to be conscious? Do you need a thought to be conscious? Are you getting the point? You need a thought to have an experience. To see the world, you need a thought. To have an emotion, you need a thought. To be sad, you need thinking. To be happy, you need the support of the thought. But to be conscious, what do you need to do? A child, suppose a child is sitting here. The universe has blessed this child. Every child is blessed by the universe with a disability. The disability is, the child is disabled to create an opinion about itself. That is the blessing of this universe. That's why the childhood days are nostalgic, because that's the time when we enjoyed freedom. We have no gender awareness, no opinion about oneself, and no opinion about others. So freedom is love, because it is freedom from self-resistance, and self-resistance is freedom from self-opinions and self-judgments. So our individuality, an adult is holding an individuality. What is our individuality? All identifications, identities related with the country, the place we are born, identities related with our religion, identity related with our physical body, its gender, its features, identity related with our ideologies. All these identities are going into the making of our individuality. Now, when you stop deriving identities, how to stop deriving identities? You have clarity. You keep what you have away from the meaning of who you are. It is as simple as that. You keep what you have, which is your body, physical body, which is your subtle body. Subtle body is the mind. And if you look into the scripture, it will say, Apanchikrita pancha mahabhutehi kritam satkarma janyam pancha prana deha, then pancha jnanindriyani, pancha karmendriyani, manaha buddhischaivam egam sattadasha galabhihi evam sushma shariraha iti. In the scripture, there is a definition. What it says, all the 17 elements. Your prana, pranic body, 5 pranic body, your 5 sense organs, 5 organs of action, 5 plus 5 plus 5, your mind, intellect, all these where the life happens is called subtle body, and you are away from it. That is something which you have. Your memory body is something which you have, which you call karana sharira. Your physical body, your subtle body, your causal body is away. And you cannot use these bodies which you have to define who you are, because you are the witness of these 3 bodies. You are the witness of the physical body, you are the witness of the subtle body, you are the witness of the causal body. Then how can you use these bodies which you have to define the witness which is who you are? Now, if you keep your physical body away and treat it the way it is being given to you, because it has a purpose to serve, that's the place where you stay. And if you keep your subtle body away, your mind away, because that's the place where life happens, and your senses away, because that's the doors through which life, you are receiving life, you keep all these faculties which are given to us in the scheme of my life to have living. Living as a function is possible because of these given faculties. I keep these given faculties as something which I have. Keep it away and treat it the way it has been given to you. But what is the condition? In the meaning of who am I cannot use these faculties which I have. Physical body I cannot use. Subtle body which I cannot use. The memory body which is causal body I cannot use. Then give me a statement about yourself. The condition is 3 bodies you cannot use because these 3 bodies are something which you have. Into the meaning of who am I, you cannot use it. Then give me a statement about yourself wherein these 3 bodies are redundant or these 3 bodies cannot be used because they are all objects of your witness. What would you say about yourself? What would you say about yourself provided these 3 bodies are rendered useless? It is useful for you to live your life, useless for you to define the self. Are you getting the point? When you arrive the state of simply being conscious, that is called sense of beingness. I am conscious. I continue to be conscious. And consciousness is the meaning of the self. Now, all the superimpositions on consciousness in the form of self-opinions which you have drawn from your body, mind, sense complex are acting like resistant factors which is keeping you away from being in love. So, a person who refuses to define the self from a source which is non-self, that is called clarity. That clarity gives you the luxury of enjoying the status of being. You are in the state of beingness. That state of beingness is the first baby step to love. That means a child is disabled inasmuch as disabled to hold an opinion about yourself. By this exercise, an adult also enjoys the status of the status of simply staying in the beingness of oneself. Your self is free from resistance. Your self is free from all opinions. That means you are looking at everything without holding any judgment. If you can look at everything without holding any judgment about yourself, you are incapable of creating judgments on others because you don't have an opinion about yourself. If you do not have an opinion about yourself, you cannot have an opinion about others. In our meditation classes, I will give a meditation technique. If you see someone, tell to yourself, I do not know who you are. Then the second statement, I do not want to know also who you are. That means you don't create a judgment. Otherwise, we humans are habituated to make immediate flash judgments about people. You are not judgmental. To enjoy the freedom from being judgmental, this meditation technique is very good, very effective. When I see you, I do not know who you are. Before the mind gets into habit of judging people, I do not know who you are. And also, I do not want to know who you are to relate with you. That means, relatively, I can break the habit of being judgmental. One should have professional judgments when you relate with people, but this habit of being judgmental can be very hazardous, and you could be violent to yourself. because of being judgmental. You are blocking yourself. Now, what is love? We have given 3 definitions. One definition is absence of self-judgment. That absence of self-judgment you can arrive at by appreciating the fact that you are the witness. And everything witnessed by you is kept away from you. Body is witness. So, I the witness and the body witnessed, it is away from you. So, you are using your body as an object. In your object awareness, you list your body. Body never enters into your subject awareness. In your object awareness, you list your subtle body, your physical body, your causal body. Everything is listed under object awareness. Your self-awareness is freed from all these 3 bodies. It is cleared off from all these 3 bodies. Therefore, when you think about your body, you think about your body. You don't confuse yourself that you are thinking about yourself. You are not thinking about yourself when you think about the body. When you think about the mind, you are not thinking about yourself. When you think about your memories, memory bodies and events, you are not thinking about yourself. So this status wherein I am simply being conscious is the baby step for you to enjoy the status of love. And love has other dimensions which we'll be talking in the next class.